Let's take a look at how you could have quickly solved the challenges, even without multiple choice options. Let's take a look at our first street view. Google Reverse Image Search via Google Lens gives us some strong hints. Several results name Quebec in Canada, and some of these thumbnails look similar to our image. There's even a mention of a street, Rue Saint-Jean. You could be unlucky and click into the wrong area on the long street. Better to combine the search for the street with some of the text on the store signs. Did you notice the image we gave you is reversed? When you land on that spot and move the map around, you can see the archway. Navigating in Street View will bring you right to it, and you can read the two inscriptions. So the answer is that the inscriptions read St. John's Gate and St. John Gate. For our second challenge, we had another city street. Google Lens is becoming stronger all the time, and even in this case, with no obvious landmarks or distinctive buildings, it does make some suggestions. Several cities are mentioned, but the most common seems to be Johannesburg in South Africa. We can try centering the map on the city and searching for text from a sign. In this case, we can see a sign that says Steve's Hypermeat. This brings us a result that shows a location on the map with a place labelled. When we go into Street View, it doesn't look at all like our original image. Is something wrong? Maybe adding the address will help. Looking carefully, we can read 72 Nord Street on the shop sign. When we search for that address, things again don't look familiar, and we don't even seem to be on Nord Street. If we take another look at our original image, we can see a branch of KFC. Searching for KFC and Nord Street brings us to a new location. As soon as we go into Street View at that location, we can see for sure that we are in the correct place, but things still don't look exactly right. Using the historical Street View function, we can find exactly the right view. So the answer is that the image was captured in February 2015. Our first video challenge asked us to figure out what are the two streets forming this intersection. The caption says it's in Dallas, so if it's correct, that's where we should start. Looking carefully, we can see a street sign with the word Dickens. Centering the map over Dallas, if we search just for Dickens, it suggests a town of that name, not a street. But if we guess that we may be looking for a Dickens Street in Dallas, the suggestions show a Dickens Avenue. Okay, then let's try that. Dickens Avenue is long. How can we quickly find out where to start looking? We can see a sign that suggests the large building at the intersection is a school. There are several other visible details: the traffic lights at the intersection, a sign with the word park, a sculpture of an animal, a dog maybe, at the top of some steps. One intersection on Dickens Avenue clearly has a school. We should check there. Most of the street views are out of date, and you may not be able to see the school. Even if you don't find the right spot quickly, you can see the sign reading Curtis Park and the dog sculpture. Moving the map around again, you can see the street signs for both streets. The answer is that the streets are called Dickens Avenue and Lovers Lane. Another video, and this time we're looking for some more detail. Translated, the tweet from the Polish police mentions helping the Czech Republic, which suggests this is where the fire is. Searching for a fire there on that date brings up results mentioning Hrensko, which appears to be a place. Searching in Google Maps, you can find Hrensko, a river flanked by a road and a rail track, as seen in the video, helps us narrow down the search area. Looking only for buildings on the river side of the road, we can find the one with the round red-brown roof. Turning off labels gives a clearer view. Turning labels back on shows us the name of the shop, Velta Free Shop. Clicking on this brings up information on opening times. The correct answer is 8 p.m. or 2000. Finally, we have a news report about the detention of a Spanish journalist. Google Lens has been good so far, and if we try it again, we get results. But something seems not right. Clicking into a result gives an article about how the man in the picture is featured in many fakes. How else can we find the right answer? Searching for info on a Spanish journalist detained in Poland, or indeed Ukraine, finds news reports saying he was held on February 28, the date of our original story. This shows the journalist's real name. The correct answer is Pablo Gonzalez. We switched the photo from the original article. If you got all these, whether in the way we've shown or by other means, well done. See you next time.